Would you say that's fine if someone consents to it?
I would say that's not up to me. I don't
So
think
if a human being wants to say, yeah, crucify me,
I think that should be questioned. I think that should be questioned. I don't
we
think
need to objectively understand that.
But I don't see the comparison that you're making.
I'm not making any comparison. I'm simply...
taking away the lives of animals against their will. These animals
Let's think about with will. If somebody wants to say, okay, you can crucify me.
do you think animals have
Human beings,
consent for us to
human
take their
beings,
lives away?
human beings are animals as well in your understanding, right? So if a human says, you can torture me, now, are you saying it's fine if that someone consents? Let's take the consent issue. Let's use about consent. There's two things. One about brains, one about nervous system, and one about consent.
Non-human animals cannot consent.
No, we're not talking about. We're talking about living things.
I'm talking about veganism, right? That's
See?
the whole idea. I'm not talking about living things. Plants are living things. I'm not talking about plants.
Veganism is about what?
I'm talking about anything that has the capacity to feel pain.
What about humans?
Plants do not.
Humans?
If you're talking about taking away the lives of humans, that's cannibalism. That's not veganism.
You just said you are talking about veganism, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to where consuming meat. Meat comes from which beings? You're talking about sentient beings. You're talking about something that has a brain and a nervous system, something that experiences pain. Human beings experience pain. So now let's understand about consent. If a human says, you can crucify me, torture me, cut my hands off, something, right? And consents to that, are you saying it's okay?
I don't agree with that. I think that should be questioned. No, I don't think that's
So,
okay.
so it's not about
But that's
consent
not
then.
what my
So
argument
let's
Do you think that animals
you're not
are
really
out?
responding and engaging with the questions.
Because you're
So
going
if
off
we
on a
have,
tangent that I don't think is relevant to veganism.
it's very important. If
It's not
the
relevant
issues,
to the argument
okay.
that I'm trying to convey.
Are you saying the animals give consent? Right. So is the issue about consent then?
Personally, I think
Not
that
personally.
there is no way.
Objectively.
There is no way for us to know whether animals consent. I mean, as someone who has been to a slaughterhouse myself and seen 2,000 pigs killed in a
Emotional
matter of
argument
a
again.
couple of
Let's
hours,
stick to the point.
do you
Can you not be
think
emotional
way-
and just let's discuss
do you
this
think
on
there
an
is a
intellectual
humane
level?
way to take away the life of an animal that
You
wants
see,
to live?
you're again bringing up some red herrings and straw mans. Let's deal with the subject matter.
I'm talking about veganism.
I'm talking about your objection to consuming meat because what it is, you are actually making those animals that you are trying to consume suffer pain. Right. So, are you saying if an animal were to consent, it's okay? Is that what you're saying?
It's ridiculous argument to make. I don't think that's
So the issue is not about consent then.
at all.
Good.
I think that we're talking about taking away the lives of non-human animals that do not have the ability to consent.
Okay.
You know, these
Have you
these
stopped all the
animals
lions eating the zebras?
Okay. If you see a gazelle running down the street, is your instinct to run after it and tear into its flesh with your bare
Hear
teeth?
my question.
Is that your instinct?
No. My instinct
No,
is
because you're
for you
not
to
an
respond
obligate
that
carnivore.
when you see a lion running after a deer or a zebra, are you stopping that? And
No,
would you stop it?
because they are obligate carnivores. They do it out of necessity to survive.
Okay, good.
We are not obligate carnivores.
Now we're moving on. So
We
your
don't
question,
need to take
so your
away the
argument for
lives of
veganism,
animals in order for our own benefit.
let's understand that. So your argument for veganism is as long as it's for necessity, it's okay.
Yes.
If it's not necessity,
If it's out of necessity, yes, it's okay. We do
you
what
can
we need
eat,
to do
for
in
example,
order to
if there's
survive.
no plant products
Yes.
and there's only chicken, then yeah, out of necessity, you should eat
Yes,
chicken.
Yes,
Yeah?
I'm completely fine with that.
Right.
I
Is
don't
that what
see
you
the argument
what you say?
in that.
Yeah?
But that's down to your choice. That's
So
your
actually, you're not actually saying everyone should be a vegan as long as you
In
don't
our society-
as
You
long
should be.
as
You should
as
be.
long
If you
as
live in London.
you don't suffer the animal, you don't just eat out of luxury, yeah, for good taste, you're saying it's okay to be a carnivore.
I think that if we're doing it out of necessity,
No, this is the only reason,
then
my
it's not a
friend. This
moral
sign is
issue.
the only reason, okay?
Right?
You're overcomplicating it.
Yeah, so actually I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I would say people are actually harming and suffering the animals too much and that needs to stop. Not only dealing with transportation, not only dealing with raising them and breeding them,
So why are
there's
we
too much.
doing it?
Wait a second, let's deal with the real issue. So now, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about people actually suffering, causing the animals to suffer. So why don't you go one step further and say, look, plants also feel pain because they respond to pain stimulus. So why don't you stop eating plants?
Plants do not feel pain. Okay.
Again, there has been already Nobel Prizes won on this issue by Mr. Mansur, right? That animals, just like plants,
let's say that they do feel pain.
plants.
Do you realize that 80% of the crops that we grow go towards feeding livestock? So
Can't
we're
you see?
feeling more pain.
You're actually dealing with something that's look. Let's talk about the understanding of veganism and carnivorism and so on. So veganism, is it linked with some kind of belief system?
It's the belief that these animals are not here on this planet for us to use or exploit unnecessarily, right?
Did God intend us to be vegan?
So you're not sacrificing anything by going vegan. You're just not taking what was never yours to begin.
Now I want to know whether it's actually linked to an ideology. Has God created human beings to be vegans?
I don't believe in God myself.
So it seems like every vegan I'm speaking to, they have an ideology of not believing in a God. So it's actually linked to a belief in the non-existence of a God, isn't it? So veganism seems to be.
No, it's Christians, it's Jews.
Are you a vegan?
Yeah, of course.
Do you believe in God? Right. So the vegans, any other vegans who believe in God. Right. So now we are actually coming to a
I know religious people in
point
the
where
movement.
veganism seems to be a particular ideology now in this time, driven by atheism, agnosticism. Hang on. Why is it that I don't see any believer in God? Then I will make some arguments.
Religion has no bearing in the argument against animal euthanasia.
I can establish that there seems to be a link already. Any other vegans here who believe in God?
I know.
Are you a vegan? Yeah. Good. So if your God tells you to eat animals, would you do so? So which God is that tells you not to eat animals? Wait. So you say you believe in a God. Where has your divine creator communicated with you that
Do you lot speak about flat earth? You argue about it?
one moment, another red herring argument. Flat earth. What does banana and flat earth have to do with veganism here? So
I'm just saying you was here last week.
Sister, one second.
You seem to like an argument.
Because now you made a point that you are actually believing in a divine creator, where your divine creator has mentioned to you that you should stop eating animals.
You should know if you're conscious.
I'm asking you. So where has he mentioned that?
I mentioned you should understand.
So it's your own made up belief.
Have you not seen an animal?
And that's that. Any other vegans who believe in God?
Are you vegan? Are you vegan?
I am not vegan, but
Why
I
are you
can be.
vegan? Why are you vegan?
Okay, I'll tell you why I'm not vegan. Even though I'm against animal suffering, even though I'm against all this overprotection of food and so on and so forth, you know, you don't have to eat animals. You can actually have all the proteins, as I mentioned to you, from plant-based. But why I'm not vegan is because I am not designed to be a vegan. Look at your teeth. You've got teeth designed to chew meat. You've got enzymes in your stomach designed to what? Digest animal proteins. So in your body, even from biology, you are not designed to be a herbivore.
Hold on, one second. Do you not believe we can live perfectly healthy lives living off plants?
Let's go back to the question.
No. Answer my question, because my question has bearing within what
No.
you just brought up.
You seem to think veganism.
I'm shouting, actually.
I'm not shouting, I'm making everyone to hear. Can everyone hear? Good, thank you. Is veganism something that is of choice? Then you can be a vegan by your choice, or you don't have to be vegan by your choice.
It's a moral
Do
stance.
I have the choice?
It's a moral
No.
stance. It's a
Moral.
It's
When
an
it comes
ethical
to
stance.
morality, do you believe in objective morality? What's the point? You're talking from a relative moral standpoint. I may have a higher moral standard than you if I believe in an objective morality.
We have, as a society, we have an overall basis. We know it's wrong to rape, we know it's wrong to steal, we know it's wrong to murder, right? So now we can pass that down onto sentient creatures that are causing us no harm. Why would we murder, torture, and enslave them when we don't need to? We don't need to be eating them. We don't need to be using them. We don't need to be testing them. They're not for our entertainment. Oh, not for joy. I'm still talking. Right? They're living creatures. Why are you so arrogant that you can think you can just arbitrarily take their life away from them without causing you no harm? It's like you do not need to eat them. You can live perfectly healthy lives living off plants. That is the end of the argument. There's no argument against veganism. I don't even know why you're bothering.
That really shows you the level of intellectual argumentation that you're bringing in the discussion. The only honest argument against veganism is that we don't give a
shit.
Right. So that speaks of your intellectual argumentation. Never mind. My point is this. So basically, you are against those people who take the lives of animals. Unnecessarily. And animals, they take the life of another animal because of necessity. Yeah. So now you can look at your argument. If you take the life of another animal out of necessity, you're saying I don't have a problem with that.
I can't control what wild creatures do in the wild.
If human beings live on animal meat out of necessity, you're saying you don't have a problem with that.
No, I mean I'd prefer that they move because
no, it's not prefer. Your argument now has totally crumbled. I don't understand how your argument was in the first place. If you're saying it's all about necessity. If someone eats animal out of necessity, you're saying it's okay.
So you need to be
Wait a moment. Excuse me. I want to understand the argument again. If someone consumes meat out of necessity, why is that okay?
Some people are carnivores, some animals.
Why is that okay? You're still taking life of another animal, life of another sentient being according to your definition, life of another animal which feels and experiences pain. Why?
Veganism is about us individually. Why
Would you
vegan?
Why
aren't you vegan?
If you are willing to accept eating of animals out of food, then by extension you should be willing to accept the eating of human beings out of necessity.
Yeah, that's not necessity. But I'm not controlling those random people in this made up scenario. This is all about here and now.
Scenario?
This is here and now. This is about what you can do right here, right now. No, I understand your question.
No, I'm going past it. I saw a point.
But you know what? I'm asking you a question now. Doesn't it go back and forth? Why can't I ask the question? Why are you just jumping in when I'm trying to explain something? Why aren't you vegan? Why aren't you vegan right now?
I've already answered. I would like to hear it, John.
What, you don't give a shit?
I've already said. I would like to hear you. No, you can speak to me. I would like to hear. What else is interested? What do you want to say?
The point of there are a couple of points. One is, of course, that it's established now about the that you don't think that it's compulsory to eat. The point you are making that meat is required. The aim that we are biologically built to eat meat and it's not kind of something that is against our biology. That is required to order. And therefore you don't kind of follow something. Right? That's basically your argument, right? Because you are not, your point appears to be that they are being inconsistent and insisting on applying a relative morality, which is clearly relative to circumstance, as a general principle. Right? That's basically it. And I agree. You are pretending that there is a general principle when you don't have a general principle. You have a principle that is only applicable in these current specific circumstances where in a rich society, people, with the kind of resources that this society has, people are able to survive without veganism. The history of mankind is such that it's not survival. In a few years' time, if supposing we have a downturn in, in the civilization collapses, people will have to become non-vegan. veganism, the ability to survive with veganism depends on a certain level of knowledge of what to eat and what not to eat, much greater than non-veganism.
Google's really good with that. Just ask
No,
Google.
it requires,
It'll help you out.
Precisely,
Bang,
it requires
know what to do, how to cut that out.
It requires the
dairy.
existence of Google. That's exactly the point of it. It requires the information.
Yeah, it's easy. We can all access
No,
that.
no, understand one for the point. Veganism is, nobody's arguing that veganism is bad. It is the
You have to be a psychopath to be arguing that it's bad.
Calm down. So, your argument is interesting. B, you're insisting on a relative general principle. C, no one here is arguing that veganism is bad. All they're arguing is that you don't insist on it as a general.
Well, it's down to your own. I mean, are you against animal cruelty? Yes, there you go. That's it. That's all veganism is. Hold on. I'm still talking. When we can live in a world right here, right now in London, we've got abundance of products we can buy that don't contain animal products, that don't contain suffering, torture, right? We can buy them, we can live them, we can live healthy lives, living on that. So therefore, it's our moral obligation to choose those products that derive from enslavement, exploitation, abuse, and murder for unnecessary reasons. That's it. You're overcomplicating the matter.
Food that is derived from exploitation of food that is derived from murder, be it animal or be it non-animal. Derived from exploitation, slavery, murder should not be. Veganism is both. Veganism is about and no circumstances that in no circumstances except very simple should we eat anything other than vegetables. This is
You're Egyptian,
you're putting ideology where ideology is not. All you're required is simple basic morality and
It's down on the individual. So right now, you and me, one-on-one, it's what you do right here, right now. When you go to a supermarket, when you buy these products, you're promoting this thing when you don't need to. So
let me tell you what I thought. When you understand that, I think modern methods of farming are utterly destructive. I think modern methods of economy are utterly destructive of the way that we can live. I fully agree with that. All right? I don't know. We don't agree on that. The point is that the principles are the same. You are not making to assume that I am on the other side of that just because I disagree with your insistence on veganism and ideology based human history could not exist without. We could not have fought here without animal protein.
Okay. It's different here. The way I talk to the public is a lot different to the way I actually talk and speak to school. It's a bit more, shouting. Right. So it's down to what we can do individually. We all have to take responsibility for our own individual actions. We can't pass it off. What would happen if we're in a desert island? What would happen in this situation? What happens with the Eskimos? And what do the lions do in nature? It's down to what we can do as individuals. We are destroying our planet. We are destroying our environment with animal agriculture.
This is not consistent with what you're just saying.
No, but it's just my way of engaging the conversation.
No, that's not.
Why? But that is the only honest argument. With the people I'll be talking to right here, right now. That is the only
One further point on this, you mentioned about moral obligation. So do I assume that you are really completely against any product that comes from occupied territories, like in West Bank and other places where Israel is actually occupied? Yeah? So all the vegans, those who support this ideology or moral obligation, you're actually with the Palestinians. Excuse me? Because they're enslaved.
Their products are imported as slavery.
And in their territory which has been occupied, they're making products and they're selling in shops.
Okay, you don't see that.
And you're buying them. So basically you are now also like Googling and finding out which of the Israeli products you should boycott that comes from occupied territory.
I will. Yeah, definitely. I will.
That's cool. Yeah. So that means you're consistent with your moral obligation.
So once you become vegan, you're creatures, you know, trying to be less environmentally destructive, because that's veganism is just a start. And you start thinking about more and more, you know.
I cycle everywhere.
Yeah, we can all do our bit, but the biggest impact that you can have, both on the animals and the environment, is veganism. And then you
plant-based.
Actually, if you become a Muslim, then you will see the greatest impact, the biggest impact. Then you will be what? No to any racism, no to any kind of differentiation, no to unjustified warfare of people, killing them, hitting them, and something.
No to destruction of the
do that without.
No to destruction of even.
I'm against all of those things.
When you become a vegan, I'm saying Islam provides you even a better solution for your standard.
But I
Not
don't
necessarily.
Necessarily, yes. Allow me to explain.
You could do that.
Now, there is a difference with your. So you say that without religion, or without, basically, I'll use slightly different terminology, without shared ideology, without hardly, in fact, full ideology, you can achieve it. Right? So I'll give an example. I'm walking down the street, and a little old lady is walking down the other way. I'm walking the footpath. A little old lady is walking towards me. I'm in happy path.
What's up?
And she's a tiny little old lady hobbling along, and I get upset with her walking my path. And you're a nice guy, you're walking past, why would you? He falls down. You're a nice guy, you say to me, why did you do that? So to see the little old lady was hobbling along, you could be there for all of it. Why did you put that? You get even angry, you get upset with me. You say, I'm going to stop you. And you get very angry with me. And you beat me up. Okay? I say, okay, you're going to beat me up. This is my neighborhood. I'm going to bring my friend. I'm going to beat you up. And so next day we meet, and you bring your friend. I bring my friend. And we have a war. Let's go for the big army. Right? And it gets bigger and that's the way the world works. You don't have to, but that
Love fights hate.
No, the fact is.
But what's that got to do with religion and veganism? I don't understand how where it's going.
Where it's going is that you're saying that you're putting an idea.
It's an idea. Moral basis, our moral basis.
All of it.
I mean, it's a good idea to have like slaves at some point.
It's a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
It's catching on, basically, anyway.
All right. So you've got a good idea.
Yeah.
Solid.
You've got a solid good idea, and you think that everybody's going to adopt it just by
I hope
word of
no.
mouth?
We encourage, educate.
So now,
we're not dictating. We aren't dictating.
So now, if you look at the world as it is today,
Islam offers you everything. No, for everybody.
Have that without Islam.
Perhaps we could, actually, this is what we said. You even supported cannibalism if it's out of necessity, and that's love to
Well, no, actually, to be perfectly honest, I say my moral standing is if you're in a situation and you're going to die and there's someone else, any sentient being, you should starve yourself to death. Because why take the life of someone who's causing you no harm and is living perfectly healthy when you're the one struggling? It's your own fault. That's I'm not saying everyone else is on that sort of level. That's my own personal moral standing. Okay?
look, now you're instigating because obviously you know perfectly well you can't destroy the bacteria.
Well, it's just, exactly. We're living in an imperfect world. We can strive to do better, but the biggest destruction, the biggest impact we're having is the eating animal products right now. And that's a supply and demand. It only exists.
The point you seem to be all missing is the inconsistency in your approach.
And what
We
is
Muslims,
consistent?
we bring Islam to you to be absolutely consistent in what we do. You are okay with taking antibiotics, killing the bacteria, killing the viruses. killing fungi. Life. You're okay of killing other life. And then the lady I spoke to earlier, she's saying, oh, but they're not feeling pain because they're not sentient, they haven't got brain, they haven't got... So you're actually saying the only thing that experience pain are those who have a brain and a nervous
That may be true. But the point is, why is pain? Why is pain? Why are you raising pain about life?
I don't understand how, like, surely I've said enough words
Do
now.
you see this argument now?
No,
Instead of talking about pain and suffering, your question was actually about life. You're taking the life of a bacteria. Life of a bacteria. Life. You're not worried about it?
It's about minimizing exploitation.
No, it's not about life anymore. It's not exploitation.
Just by being alive, we're going to have some impact. That's what
bacteria
where it's
is in the
about
same-
minimizing
Would you
impact.
kill someone to make you live? Is that what you're saying?
I personally would try not to.
So when you have a severe infection that is going to kill you, you will not take antibiotics to kill those infective organisms to make you live.
So you're putting bacteria on the same
Alive,
plane.
alive.
You keep on interrupting.
Alive.
You keep on interrupting.
Alive.
Yeah,
Alive.
you're putting bacteria on the same plane.
let me answer this.
As pigs, cows, fish. Why is that the
It's
same?
absolutely brutal. It's one of the, like, halal slaughter is absolutely...
You can discuss halal
We
separately.
can discuss that and show you how
No,
it's
no,
used.
listen. But regarding bacteria,
It's absolutely...
Let's talk about bacteria.
Well, no, that's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
You're being very
Absolutely
inconsistent.
ridiculous.
make the point.
You are...
Let me make the point regarding bacteria.
I mean, we're wasting our time. We could be talking to actually compassionate people. That
What
would
about
make a
bacteria?
difference. We are wasting our time talking to
That's
you.
fine. Please continue. What is it about
I don't
bacteria?
myself believe in talking to people who don't want to talk. If you're willing,
Intellectuals, actually. Like talking about bacteria.
I don't believe in talking about. I mean, I know you like it. You talk to
No,
everyone.
the reason why...
I only talk to people who want to talk.
Exactly. I mean, obviously he's lost his argument already. That's why he had to go. Let's talk about bacteria.
Well, it's not, because I don't
Let's talk about
understand the
bacteria
relevance.
then.
What's the relevance of bacteria? It makes no
Alive,
sense.
alive.
Sentient life. We're talking about sentient life.
And the capacity to feel pain.
So come about paying you.
Okay, the point.
Moving in circles.
We are multicellular. We are say multicellular beings. What's a multicellular being? What a multicellular being is? Multicellular being is simply a colony. A colony of single cells. What that is from bacteria that you want to do. Not just a colony. You are examining the details the pretense, what you call sensing form is abstraction, these are sort of emerging phenomena. Yeah, you find they are emerging phenomena which arise from the complexity of the interaction. Pretend that they are at an elevated level above the bacteria, it's just a pretend. You're talking, anyway, you have understood the point. If you have not understood the point, you're not.
I really don't see the relevance.
Do you understand the point?
So, no, because
Okay, let me try to explain it before.
I
The difference between a human being and a bacterial colony. A bacteria has single bacteria.
That's where a colony is.
A colony in a colony. But bacteria don't have they're actually divided in a colony. Human beings ourselves, we're all sorts of cells together. So you're a colony of cells, bacteria, they're a colony of cells. The individuals also they are one
Making a comparison between, for example, cancer cells.
human beings. Are you not saying human beings are not colony
okay,
of
so
cells?
you see, in your eyes, you see no difference between bacteria, non-human animals, and humans. Is that what you're saying? Well, that's what you're saying too. No, that's what you're
We need
saying.
to understand the argument first.
There is obviously difference.
Yeah.
There are many differences. Many differences. But the point was being made about the difference between life and non-life. And why it is that one would value veganism as opposed to non-veganism. Okay? Why would one do that? Why? Because of a certain principle that you apply. You have to apply some sort of principle that certain kinds of life are superior to defines that. Yeah. Fair enough. So you're drawing a line somewhere. I'm saying that line is arbitrary. Okay, it has to be arbitrary.
Stop killing animals.
Okay, that's all. We agree that it is bad. We agree that there are things that cause pain and so on. But to pretend some things which are pretend that things which are arbitrary are not arbitrary but rational is to make a mistake. Or making that mistake.
So we're drawing a line between.
We agree with you that you should draw the line of compassion, right? That's right. But you should not draw the line with dogmatism. What's that? We agree on that. No, we agree that we should not play
Yeah, that's veganism. You disagree with veganism.
You see, for example, why is it not veganism? Because human beings are only we are living in a very tiny island. If you look at history of this space, and if you look at the whole of human existence as a space, we live in a very tiny island. This particular place, very tiny place, highly privileged. The principles that apply to life here are not extrapolated outside of this very, very privileged domain.
I just say,
you understand?
Well, okay, two things. You as an individual can make a choice. You don't have to be dictated by everybody else. And actually, we're privileged in this little island that you talk about to consume animals because in the most deprived countries in the world, they actually live on a vegan diet because most of that is beans, rice, pulses.
It depends on where you are.
Sort of,
I agree. Depends on where you are. Depends on where you are. In some places you have only animals.
There's no argument against veganism, obviously.
There's no, in the tundra, you have to have lots of animals. I mean, you have to have animals.
Well, you're not in the tundra. What do you do? You don't need animal protein.
I agree.
You can go and get plant-based protein and get all your nutritional
I said to you, I said we have agreed that those people who have the choice should exercise the choice and decide.
And you all have the choice, so are you making that choice?
But
are you making that choice?
I avoid animal protein as I can. I'm not actually vegan.
Why not?
Because I don't think it's enough that needs to be adopted.
Right. You just said it was. So you had the choice.
I don't think it's an absolute. I think that eating animal protein is bad for the quality, it's bad, the methods of farming are bad, the environmental, the economical arguments against it are bad. It's generally bad. I agree, right? However,
But you're still not adopting it. I don't understand. You're completely agreeing with
all of these arguments are what we would call non-absolute arguments. So if the circumstances are different, then it would be okay.
But they're not different.
They are different all different.
Different.
The point is, I said to you, I hardly ever eat the sacrifice. So I'm not very disagreeing where you are, but I do not think that you must realize, you must see what I'm saying, that this is you are adopting something as an absolute principle, which is not absolute principle.
That's what we are arguing against. Remember when I started with you? Remember when I started with this lady here? I said there are a lot of suffering happening, which we are against, and you can get a lot of this protein from plant-based. So Muslims or us here discussing, do not see the gains. We're not against the idea of just consuming plant-based diet. What we're saying, your whole argument. Look at his argument here. SHITs apparently
That's his position. He's not an individual. He can argue it however he wants. We can argue it however we want.
But it's important. If you are going to bring an argument forward, you bring an argument for the good reasons, rather than your emotional reasons. Relative moral standard reasons. Bring something that is solid.
He's bringing the solid argument. Maybe he's presenting it emotionally. But that's the semantics
so
of
far
it.
we have discussed.
No, because
and this is why.
Sorry, can I just... Everything that you said to me, you're agreeing with veganism.
No, not agreeing with veganism.
You are.
No. What is veganism? This ideology of veganism, what is it?
It's saying that in no circumstances should we...
You see, you're confusing your ideology with what you do.
So if you look up the definition for veganism,
what is veganism?
With regard to the vegan society.
What is a veganism?
What is it?
Yeah.
It's removing the exploitation of animals. No.
What is the difference between, okay, let me ask, what is the difference between veganism and vegetarianism? There's a difference. That will precisely explain the difficulty. Tell me what the difference is.
What do you mean?
What's the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian?
Well, a vegetarian.
Diet. So it's consuming
What's the difference? What's the difference between
Veganism is understanding that we're not sacrificing anything by not consuming these products. We're just not taking
You had Google on your phone before. Now, if you don't know,
do you know the difference?
but I can tell you what the difference is. Now,
Do you know the
do
difference between the two?
You still can.
explaining the difference. We don't consume any animal products whatsoever. So that's diet, that's also in terms of what we consume by way of when we're purchasing, for example, clothing. Vegans don't buy anything that was made using leather, wool, down, because of those industries.
And vegetarians are willing.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, and vegetarians are willing.
Vegetarians.
just don't eat meat.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
They will eat, they will use leather for
drink
the
milk.
Yeah, and eat eggs. It's the direct slaughtering of animals that they're opposed to. Whereas veganism goes a step further and says, okay, any indirect slaughtering of
we are
animals
saying-
for any reason, or exploiting animals in any way, where it is practically possible to do so, you remove them from your
So
life.
now I'm saying, I'm going to
And I have the
Even,
capacity.
it's not about exploitation. Even the animals were, let me tell you this, let me just explain. Suppose all the animals were not exploited. Would you then say you don't need to be vegan?
Well, how can you use an animal, eat them, and eat their byproducts, and wear them, and say you're not exploiting them? That
Suppose,
doesn't make any
suppose
sense.
you don't make any byproducts from animal origin.
No, but you're eating.
Yeah. So eating is exploitation.
Why isn't it?
No, let's understand that. So
You're using the animal.
back to the same circle. Are you saying eating is exploitation?
Why isn't
when
it?
you're
It's
taking
taking
away the
life
of an
exploitation.
animal, yes.
So when you took a life of bacteria, were you committing exploitation?
Bacteria isn't sentient. It doesn't
Now
have
it's
a
not
central
about life
nervous
anymore.
system.
Back to
Regarding exploitation.
There is a line to draw, and that's the line as far as veganism is concerned is if the animal is sentient and if it has a
I don't want to
central
be on
nervous-
this camera.
a central nervous
I don't like
system. If it has the capacity to suffer, if it has the capacity to feel pain, then
I said that to you before.
why exploit it? Then don't exploit it. We don't need to. It's not necessary. Full stop. Why do it?
You see how the goalpost shifts.
Nothing shifts. Nothing shifts.
Look. Regarding the exploitation, say that an animal does not exist, and this is true of it's standard farming art. I mean, don't buy it for sake, but it is actually destroyed to an extent that there are whole bunches of animals that do not exist, but human beings wishing to exploit them.
Yeah. And but that's not including not just farmed animals, but domesticated animals like cats and dogs.
So if there are animals who do not exist and who are living a very good life in accordance with our understanding of what we put through the research, give them, they grow as close to optimal life as we can. They give them weed. They live a better life than they would in the Why is that?
Because ultimately, at the end of the day, like you said, you're still taking away the life of an animal.
But animals don't give consent. Animals don't. Okay, so just as bacteria do not have pain, in the sense,
Bacteria is not relevant.
I've not finished this. Analogy. I'm giving an analogy. Allow me. Just as bacteria do not have pain, so animals in general do not have the capability to make the kind of choices that you are suggesting. They can't give consent. Animals are. Yeah. So the idea of consent does not apply to animals. The concept of consent does not apply in those circumstances where a being is incapable of giving consent. So you say, oh, they didn't give. Your argument is, oh, they didn't give consent. Well, the concept of consent doesn't apply.
Do you think that animals, I mean, when we slit the throat of an animal, all you have to do is look at the cats and dogs that we share.
Can we talk about the slitting of throat separately? Well, no, I will just talk about since you are bringing that up multiple times, let's address that and carry out with it, okay? The slitting of the throat, people react to it in a number of ways. The question is, supposing we accept for a moment that it's okay to kill animals, right? So then the question is, which is the best way of doing it? Which is the most compassionate way of doing it? That would be the question then. If we accept
I'll tell you what the most compassionate way of killing an animal is. Not doing it.
Yeah, no. But I said, supposing one accepted for a moment that it was okay. So don't talk about slitting of throats there. Don't talk about if there's something special about it. Okay? Don't mention slitting of throats. Just say killing animals. Because saying slitting of throat is pointing to a specific method of killing animals. If you're about don't isolate that in a specific case, all right? Otherwise, I will digress into comparing different ways of killing animals, all right? Yeah. So the point I was making about exploitation, the problem of consent, all right? I do see that there is an issue of exploitation, right? But I do not see that it is in the way that you pose it. I have given you the counter argument that you keep the animal in optimal conditions to the best of your ability. After researching what is optimal condition, then it is better off than it would be in the wild.
We're talking about domesticated animals. It's not better off than in the wild.
No, if they were not domesticated, so the fact that
we're talking about farm animals, which are domesticated.
so they are better off in the, well, not all domesticated animals are better off than they are. Some of them are highly terrible conditions.
And instead, they can live out their lives in sanctuaries.
So we're not talking about so if we say that when we farm animals, we will not treat them with cruelty. We'll treat them with optimal, to the best of our ability, with optimal compassion. And we know that they do not have the ability to give consent. Right? We know that they do not have the ability to give consent because your assertion, you say your defense was they can't consent. It doesn't apply. Your defense doesn't apply because they're not incapable of consent. The concept of consent does not apply to them.
It doesn't matter though. What we're saying is it's not morally justified.
Why is it not morally
justified? If I was to come to your house in the middle of the night and take away your dog, who I'm sure has lived an excellent life, okay, let's say you do in this scenario, and take its life in one of the most pain-free ways possible, right? Is that humane? Is that justified?
Well, I've just said no, that would not be justified.
Why
if
is
I
that
deliberately look,
justified?
I will tell you why.
Why is it justified? Because you've just been
I say it would not be
talking
justified.
about-
Right? I would say it would not be justified. And I'm telling you why. All right.
So you really think this is wasting of time? You're not able to, no. That really shows like you bringing ideology on the discussion, and this ideology you can't even support it. You're so inconsistent. All of us here, no one is against the concept that, not against, no one is for cruelty to animals. Everyone is saying no, this is bad. But your argument, but your argument,
your actions demonstrate
what
that
action?
What action? By purchasing animal products.
So now you're saying
animal products then result in the death of that animal. What? No, he didn't. But paying for it dictates that more animals will be slaughtered as a consequence of that.
Do you pay taxes?
What's that got to do with it?
I'll tell you. Do you pay taxes? Does your tax money go to the military to fund war elsewhere?
I prefer it didn't.
Wait.
But that's
Does
imposed
it?
on me. I'm
Does
not,
it?
I'm not making a choice of what my tax gets spent.
The moment you pay taxes, you know your money is going to go to support some dictatorship over there, some terrorist organization over there, to sell arms over there, over here. Wait. Let me make my point. Please.
No. I
So
know
now
your point.
you are paying taxes knowing that part of your money is going to go there to
Claims that he doesn't have a choice. But
Paying
that's a fraud.
tax is a legal obligation. If I don't pay tax, then I will end up in jail.
What will end up? What's
So that's a legal obligation.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
You have to
I
go to other
feel that
people.
all my money.
So you're
I
saying
don't know by his law.
That's an indirect.
by your
that's an
logic,
indirect
by your logic,
consequence.
you're afraid of not paying tax and going to the jail. Is that what you're saying?
And willing to
And willing to kill other people.
No, that's in.
Where's the
I'm
compassion?
exactly the same.
Where's the compassion?
That's
You have look. This is being very
ridiculous.
selfish. Hang on. This is being very selfish. You know that
It's a
your money.
ridiculous
Okay, let me.
Shall we not save human
Brother,
from dying?
let me make my point.
Yeah.
So now you know that your money is going to go to kill people, and you are willing to kill the people and not to go
For
to
your
jail.
comfort, for
So
your
you
comfort.
for your own comfort. That's being very selfish.
Don't
Not
like
compassion
jail.
and love,
What
is
it is
it?
you don't like jail. You will get fed in jail. You'll be fine in jail. No one will beat you up or kill you. You'll be living fine. But yeah, that's all your comfort.
There's a legal obligation to pay tax,
Now-
and I feel that
So
my
the moral
taxes-
obligation now is goes down the window.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but basically that law would cause you to go
That
to
really
jail.
shows you don't have a consistent approach from the beginning, as I was talking about. You're talking about compassion and love. Actually, you're talking about self-love, self-comfort, not the other people. As this example demonstrates from using a tax example. I have nothing else to say. Do you have something to say in return?
I think it's a ridiculous comparison. I am not directly paying to slaughter someone else. I'm not directly paying to slaughter someone else.
No, while knowing it, while knowing it.
Sorry?
Why you know that this is what's happening?
No, you're directly paying. You are directly paying for the slaughter because we know that Britain does that.
So when I make a decision,
And torture and everything.
Did you choose to pay taxes? You say no. But you know that when you are actually, you have a choice. You can go to jail.
yeah, and I'm paying taxes, so why can't all my taxes?
Wait.
Why can't all my
Why don't you
taxes
go to
be
jail
spent
instead of getting these
on-
people killed?
Why can't all my taxes be spent on something that isn't
But they aren't.
related to war?
No, you have no. Once the taxes are taken, you don't have a choice on how they're spent.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have a choice.
So you don't pay them.
But you have a choice
to not pay them.
not to kill those people and go to jail instead.
So
Either go to jail, those people are not killed, so you don't pay your taxes, or you pay your taxes and get them killed.
okay,
Where's
so
your compassion?
So
Where's
what
your
you're
love?
saying is that I should actually pay because I pay my taxes.
Don't pay.
No,
To be consistent on your moral
What
on
you're
your
saying
morality.
is
On your moral standard, not
because
me.
no. You're saying because I pay my taxes, there's a flaw in my argument, so I should go around killing animals.
No.
And everything
No,
else.
I am
that
saying
I want.
your whole approach is inconsistent.
The point is that you're.
It isn't inconsistent.
The
The
point,
Ideology
difference
is
between direct and indirect.
what he's saying is that the way you construct your ideology is not compatible with life. With the way it's not possible to live consistently applying the kind of rules, the way you construct rules for veganism. You cannot construct rules in that way for in
Rules
general.
is about killing animals.
Now you want to say,
Exploiting
no,
animals.
you are saying, okay,
that's
I
it.
will only construct rules regarding veganism like this, but
No,
everywhere else I will
as I
construct rules
told
differently.
you, as I told you, my sphere of compassion is extending, and I'm doing more and more. And I will campaign against wars. I will campaign against decisions that are made by governments, and I do the best that I can
Yeah,
do
but
in
then
those
with regard to
situations
this-
because I'm not directly.
So it's not about veganism then, it's about compassion. So you should, rather than talking
I'm
about
not directly-
one piece of a bigger picture of a bigger puzzle,
We are with you on compassion.
you are actually talking about this. Talk about
we are
compassion.
totally
And
with
this
you
is
on
where
compassion.
our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ came as the mercy to the whole world. This is why I'm bringing back to Islam, which you are saying is not relevant. It is.
So
Because
you pay taxes.
once
You pay taxes.
No.
You pay taxes.
Once you understand what Islam is, you will realize what is compassion. What it means to be compassionate. It will be consistent in your whole affairs of everyday life. Compassion, mercy, kindness, and justice. Not just one aspect. No, you will be consistently compassionate
What's
throughout.
important about consistency? What's important about consistency? If you're inconsistent, in one sphere we're inconsistent generally. It's about being true, honest. You follow me? I mean, it's pretty obvious. I need to really. Inconsistency is about being truthful. I mean, consistency is about being truthful. Okay? You cannot construct morality on the basis of untruthfulness. You can't. That's why consistency is the starting point.
Okay, let's leave it there. Nice talking to you. What's
No,
your name?
Mark, and you are?
Mansur.
Good to meet you. Take
But
care.
remember, Islam and Muslims research.
Right.
Yeah.